What's up, Miracle Drip World? It's me, the helper. I'm here to help. This is going to be a message for Divine Feminine. I'm listening to Melly, y'all. Excuse my nose ring. I lost my nose ring a while ago, and my nose been pierced for so long. I didn't think it mattered, but then I noticed it was closing, so I just stuck the earring in there. Y'all can get over it. So. Yeah, she talks about how you gonna respect her standards, and she know who she is, and you're not gonna finesse her. Y'all gotta listen to this song. It's by Melly, and it's called Nena, Neai, Nena. So let's see what's up with Divine Feminine. Oh God, be with me now. Give me clear messages for my Divine Feminine on this journey. 6 of Cups. And it came out in reverse. So you guys are reminiscing hard. Are you in your feels? Are you thinking about the past, like heavily? Let's see what else is out here. I heard back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Some days I still wish I was a kid again. The High Priestess. So, okay. Already I'm getting that. For some of you guys, no, I'm not the only one out here who has been in this for a minute, true to this. Like, I'm getting that some of you guys are going back and healing, like we talked about, going back through your old childhood memories and figuring out what the hell went wrong, where investments were made in the wrong department, and how you can balance that out. Because, these are the things that's affecting you. 6 of Cups reverse, High Priestess, and the 7 of Pentacles. In order for you to heal, you're going to have to do some like regressive meditation and figure out what the hell happened. Because we don't always remember. And it's very easy for us to block out things, even things that happened yesterday, let alone things that happened in childhood. So, more messages, please. All right. So, we have the Universe and the Magician, and they're both in reverse. So it's time to close out any manipulative cycles or any doubt of your capability. So whether or not you're like completely on the dark side and you're still finessing people out of money or trying to get over on people, like that has to be out. That cycle needs to be done. And if that's not the case, then you need to stop believing that you don't have everything that you need to manifest what you're trying to manifest in this world. You do, and you need to close out the lack mentality. You have the money, the resources, the knowledge, and the passion and creativity. So there's really no reason why you're not out here manifesting whatever it is that you want. King of Coins reverse with the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like work. This is like money without work. Or this is like being a master at something, but not being faithful to it, or not making money with it, but you're good at this. Like you're mastered this. Why you don't want to organize and utilize yourself, I don't know, but that's the issue. You sitting on a talent. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, you're sitting on your talent and you need to not do that. Messy, messy. All right, that's better. See. Um, cool. All right. So more messages. Two of Pentacle with the One of Pentacles. Okay, so looky here. We got the 1, 2, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. And then we got the King of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Seven of Pentacles over here. The High Priestess. The Magician is in reverse. This is like sequential as fuck, if that makes sense to you. Um, you got opportunities uh for new endeavors and business or whatever, but you also have your hands full. Um, keeping everything afloat. Why is this King of Pentacles reversed? I don't understand. You out here being the master. I don't understand why you would do that to yourself. Like, why? Let's see. Yes. Yes. So, like I said, some of you guys could be criminals, like with the King of Swords in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. I'm not judging nobody. Get it how you live. This is America and people are crooks. That's from the beginning of America. It was founded by crooks. So we all have this like perception of holier than thou. I do feel like when you're dealing with people on an individual basis, especially when it's like just people, you should treat them well and you should not try to get over on them. But in the scheme of things with the whole like American thing, like it is American way to learn how to find the loopholes. Like that is the American attitude. So I'm not really mad at you at all, but it's telling me here that you have mastered something, you have new opportunities, you're busy working, you're investing, um, but you need to close out this cycle with this king in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, and this magician in reverse is definitely giving like if you're supposed to be doing the divine thing, like your divine masculine, divine feminine, you gotta like figure out how to not be a part of that. Even though God is not gonna unzip the sky and zap you for being like this, if you want to be a divine masculine or a divine feminine, you still have to be righteous. I mean, like I said, nobody's gonna punish you for it, but if you want to win, you need the real game of life, not the monetary game. That is some humans game. We're all playing a human game. We're not playing God's. Most of the world is not playing God's game. Most of the world is playing the Benzo, the Elon Musk, their game because they're the ones at the top of the game. So once you're at the top of the game, you make the rules. It's your game. So we're playing their game and not God's game. God did not think that you were supposed to wake up every morning, go work for somebody else, and buy all of these things with the money you have to compete with other people or try to impress them. Like, that's not why he brought you here. That's not your purpose. And everybody's wrapped into this go get money, go buy things, go impress other people. And in reality, those things don't make us happy. Those are the things that you buy to impress people don't really make you happy. So that's sad, and we need to stay happy in order to like think in a positive direction, to think towards the light, to grow towards the light. Like, oh, like we're supposed to. We're almost like becoming some dark, deformed kind of version of ourselves by like feeding from the darkness instead of from the light, because even darkness has light in it because you can't escape the light. That's why outer space is black, but it's not black because the sun is right there. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to this. So you guys got to use your intuition. You have everything that you need: the passion, the creativity, the discipline, the connections, the all the stuff that you need to do this legitly. And it's like you can play God's game. You don't need to play this 3D game. It was never meant for you. And if you're watching this, then it definitely was never meant for you. The people who get a day in the year, like, I don't know, Jesus or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Malcolm X didn't get a day, but that's because he was violent. They only give days to non-violent people, historically non-violent. Even though Christopher Columbus got one, but he's white, so that's different, or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? You want to leave your mark on this world, and you don't, without being super rich or hella corrupted. You have to walk with integrity. Like, you have to play God's game. Like, all these people who become famous, they're gonna live and die, and then it's gonna be over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how did you positively impact the world? If you do become a legacy, is your legacy have to be cast all these shadows on the dark side of what you did? Like, when we think about Benzo and Elon Musk, we can definitely know that they're rich and they do all this stuff, but we also know that there's a whole lot of shit that goes on with their power, and that has nothing to do with being good. Like, it's all about some shady shit, because there's no way you can be that rich and be good. Like, it's just no way. Like, you don't need to hoard all that money. That's one of the 7 deadly sins, is being greedy. So if you know that people are dying and starving, and like, you can't just be Elon Musk rich. Y'all need to understand, like, we're all down here, and then Oprah and Rihanna and Kanye are like right here, and then Elon Musk them is like way up here. Like, they, according to the money status, Oprah is broke compared to them. Like, Rihanna and Kanye, they're all broke compared to this motherfucker. So I'm gonna need y'all to like stay focused on how wide the margin is. I know that we are just trying to get it how we live, but God can bless you when you're doing the right things. God cannot bless you when you're doing the wrong things. You're outside of God's protection at that point. More messages. Two of Pentacles again with the Knave. This is you being earnest and trying to be honest and forthright and just do your work and stay focused or whatever. So for some of you guys, you're not being shady. The Fool. Okay, so this might be a new thing for you. Like, okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Or so for some of you guys, yeah, this will bring happiness to you. The Fool and the Sun, the Knave of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. It's not even big money anyway. Like, you might as well stop doing this and do something else, because you only have like 1, 2, and 3 out here. Pentacles. Like, it's not a lot of money. So whatever you're doing that's shady, or if you're not doing something, it says you're doing shady stuff. So if you're doing that, you need to just knock it off, because anyways, this is going to bring you happiness. This new journey, the Fool card is right next to the Sun. Okay, you're going to discover happiness with this new beginning in your life, in the way that you obtain money and handle business. And like I said, the money that you're getting right now ain't nothing. This is chump change. So you might as well dump this and try something else because this is like pennies. God, it's against my religion to be broke. Okay, so God continuously blessed me as long as I do what God needs me to do. Yes. So I'm gonna get some Alice in Wonderland for advice, and then that'll be our reading Divine Feminine. Advice for Divine Feminine. And so that doesn't just mean like if you're out here finessing men for money, you it says fall. Number 4, the unknown, descend, momentum, change. So when Alice went through the rabbit holes, she fell for a long time. And she was very afraid. I mean, while she was falling, then she noticed all these things passing her as she was falling, and it became distracting. You know what I mean? But you will catch momentum and you will be on a ball. You got to trust the process. Like you have to follow the white rabbit. This is the matrix, okay? This is that's perfect. I was telling y'all, you need to unplug from the matrix. The matrix is why you feel like you need to finesse people or why you don't feel like you have enough when you really are more than enough. And you need to unplug from that and stop playing their game and play God's game. Because when you start playing God's game, you will catch momentum. You will, if y'all need to watch, this is just beautiful that I even started with the Matrix and I didn't even think about Alice in Wonderland. I just pulled it and then I didn't even think about the connection of Alice in Wonderland with the Matrix until now. I love both of those movies. I've read Alice in Wonderland books and movies, like so many. And it's really crazy. That's crazy. So if y'all know in the Matrix, Trinity, he found Trinity or whatever because he followed the white rabbit out of the Matrix. They told him to follow the white rabbit, and he followed it to a party, and he met Trinity. And that was like the descend down the hole. That was like this moment. Once he started following Trinity, he started falling, right? His mind was fucked up. Like, what is really going on? Like, as he's really realizing that he was plugged up and they're explaining that shit to him, he's like, for real? Like, he's like tripping, right? And this is where you guys need to be in a realization that you going to work every day for somebody else and you buying things to impress people who don't like you is not, that means you're in the matrix. You feeling like you don't have enough money or enough resources to chase this imaginary dream, or feeling like you need to do shady things or things that are against your moral compass in order to get ahead, all that means that you're still in the matrix. So you have to unplug. You need to follow the right rabbit and fall down the hole. Matrix, Trinity, follow the right rabbit. Alice in Wonderland, follow the white rabbit down the hole into Wonderland, where she discovered all kinds of wondrous things and she really explored her mental power. That's like really what Alice in Wonderland is about. She was able to manipulate reality with her mind when she was in this state. You know what I'm saying? And she could see her mental power. Y'all need to, I don't know, but I want y'all to watch it again, but maybe you don't watch it again. I don't know. And it's not even just about the Matrix. It's kind of like both the combination of Matrix and Alice in Wonderland. And it's crazy because I never, as many times as I say follow the white rabbit, I've never really it processed until now that the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland is what they were doing with the Matrix. So you need to unplug, okay? That's what this reading is all about. Is that if you truly unplug, you will know it's not about being woke, that fake woke. Being woken out of the Matrix, when they woke him up and he took all the plugs out of him, he realized that he was being used. He realized, he looked around and saw all these little capsules and he realized I am being used. We are all being used. So if you are still going to your job for somebody else, making little bit of money to buy things to impress people who don't like you, and it doesn't really make you happy and all of this stuff, you are still plugged in the matrix. If you feel like you need to uh fight tooth and nail or do slightly shady things or things that go against your moral compass in order to buy things to impress people to stay in this, then you are not woke yet. Like, you're not woke. Even though people are like, I know about crystals and I know about this and I know about that, I know about the government, but if you're still playing the game, you're still asleep. It's like when Neo got the message on the computer. He was still asleep when he got that message. So that was the beginning of him waking up. And that's where most people in Tarot land are, at the beginning of waking up, because they still haven't figured out how to make a life outside of going to work for somebody else, because that means you're the battery. You're the battery to their company. You're going to work for somebody else, and then your resources, you still feel thirsty about your resources. Like, I don't have enough to impress and do and be and feel, because it's not really working for somebody else for money to buy things is not, never was God's plan. And like I said, you are playing someone else's game, and God has another game for you. And when you start playing that game, you will start reaping all the rewards. Okay, I'm really trying to decide how I'm gonna name this, because it's definitely, oh my goodness, this is exciting. I love this reading for you guys. And I hope that you found it helpful. I'm gonna leave it right here, okay? Um, uh, 22. I mean, I anticipated that, but whatever. At the end of the day, I want you guys to be empowered and be awakened. I'm the helper. I'm here to help. Okay. If you need me, you can hit me up, okay? I'm on Instagram, Twitter. If you just want to talk a bit, if you want to read and go to miracledripworld.com. Like this video, because people who need other divine feminines need, we are the ones leading this revolution, the divine feminines. So make sure, we need these videos to circulate, okay? They need to circulate. The men are waking up when we wake up, and then they bring the muscle with it. They bring the muscle to the situation. But see, that's all about, that's when I was talking about somebody about African culture versus Eurocentric culture, because Eurocentric culture lets men lead, even though they don't lead with integrity and from their heart. Whereas African culture lets women lead and the men support them. And there's a lot of respect, but they understand that the woman is going to think with her heart for everybody. So they listen to her first. You know what I mean? And then they orchestrate, they plan as men and go out and make it happen. But they don't exclude the women. Whereas in European cultures, that's what they do. They be like, I got this. You sit back, you cook, you clean, you do this stuff, and da da da. Okay. So we're gonna take back the power. The African American woman is the moral compass of the world. Okay, not just the United States, the moral compass of the world. Okay, so she that is last shall be first, and she who is first shall be last. Okay, so thank y'all. Y'all have a good time. In the meantime, in between time, you do your thing and I'm gonna do mine. Stay blessed, never stress, and please, please, please don't fall for the finesse. One love and namaste. Baby, baby.